little bit a mess, like as a human, just in general. I am trying to get a medication, like for my bipolar disorder PTSD. I finally like sent in a self-referral form to this place, so that my therapist suggested. I couldn't think of the word suggested. So hopefully that will help me, because I think I've gotten as far as I can using just coping skills and seeing a therapist, and having structure in my life, things like that. So I think medicine will help get me the rest of the way there to being kind of like a happy, stable human being. Yeah, that's the goal. So I've also decided that since my brain's a mess and content is really hard to come by when my brain is a mess, I'm going to do a weekend reading vlog. Also, if my window looks nasty right there, that's my dog's nose prints. The back seat is hers. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go downtown and get some bubble tea. Okay, so I actually don't know when my phone stopped recording, but it overheated. The temperature was too hot around outside, or I guess whatever, I don't know. So my phone stopped recording. Oops. But now I'm in a parking garage and I'm about to go get some bubble tea, and honestly, like, I parked here yesterday and I didn't have any issues, but I'm kind of concerned that I'm not supposed to be in here. So I don't know, but hopefully it won't be that big of a deal, because I'm just going like straight there and back, and it's like right there, so scared about that. My bubble tea, which is exciting, and now I'm crossing a bridge, which is my biggest fear, and I hate bridges so much, but that's okay. I'm back in my car. I'm gonna talk about what I bought at the bookstore when I get home. I hope there's not like tapioca in my teeth. Looks like we're good. Alright, so we're gonna exit. I've just been walking for a while. We're gonna exit the parking garage. We're gonna go home. It's just gonna be an okay evening. I'm gonna read books. I have to find something I can read because I've been in a slump and I need to get through something quick before I just like have a whole situation on my hands here. Hello. So we're in my library, but we're at a weird angle, so you get to see my sign and such. But yes, we are back from adventure downtown. There comes my dog. She's annoyed with me because I didn't bring her any prizes. I got a couple of books at the bookstore. Yes. And if you're wondering what the bookstore is, it's M. Judson Booksellers. It's in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. It's cool. They also have like a chocolate shop. It's called like the Chocolate Mousse or something. But what I got was this giant version of Les Miserables. I can't speak French. I got this giant version of Les Miserables. But it's really pretty. Look at this. It's so pretty. And I believe the version that we have is actually like 2 books. So I wanted to get like a big, pretty version. And so this is the one I got. And it's so big and flubby. So that's what she said. So it's the Penguin Classics Deluxe Edition. Yeah. So there's that. I'm going to read that. And then I also got a notebook. They have these notebooks there, and this is also in French. Weird enough. It's basically a bullet journal. Some of the pages are like roughly put in here, but yeah, it's supposed to look all like rough and tumble. But if you look at it, it's got it's a bullet journal. You just can't really see the bullets. They're so tiny, which is the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to start trying to make TBRs on this thing or something. I don't really know. I might. We'll see. And then I got one of the blind date with a book things that they have there. So it's wrapped. I don't know what it is. Hopefully I don't have it. I don't think I have it. Probably. Okay, so anyway, it doesn't even actually say the genre. But it is, okay, so the clues, it always has 3 clues on here. And so it says, set in the depths of the Kremlin in 1725, a 300-year-old mechanical doll, kind of like a hybrid of Highlander and the Terminator. So, I don't know really what to expect there. See, we're going to just open it and see. Last time I got a book from the blind date with a book, this is the last book I got with the blind date thing, The Salt Line by Holly Goddard Jones, which I still haven't read, so. But here we go. We're going to open this thing. Oh! Okay, this is the same guy that wrote the Robopocalypse. It's The Clockwork Dynasty by Daniel H. Wilson. Yeah, this will be interesting. I was not expecting this because I wasn't expecting anything. I really had no idea. This will be cool. Yeah, so that's the book there. It's going to go back on my sci-fi shelf over there. And that's all for this little mini tiny haul thing. Tonight I'm going to read something. I don't know what. I need to read something that's like short so I can get through it. Because I'm in a reading slump and I can't be in a reading slump. I need to get out of this reading slump because I have to read 100 books this year and I still haven't gone a year and actually like done that because I want to say I suck, but it's not that. It's just things happen and I'm unbalanced. My husband was going to go out tonight and I was going to like spend the night filming because I prefer filming when he's not here. And so that was what I was going to do, and now he's not going out, which is fine, but we're going to spend time together instead. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're probably going to end up reading at some point. Because that's who we are. As people. Sylvie. Whoop. Hey, Sylvie. Sylvie. Hey, Sylvie. Good morning. It's Saturday. That table's a mess. I'm a mess. Everything's a mess. It's okay. Outside's hot. Don't like it. So, what we are planning to do today is first get ready and all that good stuff. Then we're going to go to Bojangles. Then we are going to get biscuits, and we're going to eat the biscuits. And then we are going to go to Mr. K's, which is a used bookstore. And I'm going to go ahead and buy Harry Potter because they have like a pretty hardback edition, which I want. And I'm getting that because of a series that I'm going to be doing and soon, which I read or watch things that I wasn't allowed to read or watch when I was a child. I haven't quite decided like what I want to call that series. I thought about calling it light sinning. I don't know. Or bad influences. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Harry Potter is one of the things that I'm going to be enjoying. And I have read Harry Potter once. I read it in college. But I haven't ever reread it. I don't really remember much of it because college was kind of a mental disaster. I didn't really like talk about what I did yesterday after I got like homie and Steven went out to IHOP and got food. And it was great. And then we stayed home and read the rest of the night. I bullet journaled. So I'll show you a little bit of the bullet journal that I created, I guess. This is the bullet journal that I got yesterday at that bookstore. This part's velvet, which is attracting dog fur. It's also upside down. So there's that. I only did 2 pages. I did my 100 books tracker because I'm always trying to read 100 books in a year, and it doesn't always happen because I go through large slumps. So currently I'm in a slump, so I gotta catch up. I'm actually 7 books behind, so gotta catch up on that. And then about halfway through, I've made this, which is like a journal, sort of. So like each day of the month, I write a little bit of a comment about either my mood or something I did that may have impacted my mood. And then I have this for days where there was like extreme, like heightened sense of awareness or heightened alertness or something, and I felt like a little bit out of control. So there's that. This day it was because of anxiety, and these 2 days it was because of mania. Woo! And then I just write stressors that I'm going through, like on the bottom, that might impact my mood for the month. And that's all so far. I also started reading. Let me go find it, because it's not fun if I can't show you. Right? Here's my house. Ah! Stepped on a dog toy. I also started reading Violent Cases by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Dave McKean. Dave McKean does all the Sandman covers, so I'm really familiar with his art style because of the Sandman covers. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's a short graphic novel. It's about a boy who basically goes to live with an osteopath, and that's all I know so far. The narrator of the story is supposed to be unreliable, there's the word. He's supposed to be unreliable, and he's also drawn to look like Neil Gaiman, like a younger Neil Gaiman. Obviously, because this was not current, it's older. Why are you making a weird face? Why are you making a weird face? He's a girl. He's my sweet little vlog footage. Okay, so while we were at the used bookstore, I got the Dark Tower series. I'm missing number 2. I don't know what happened. But I have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one of the like Dark Tower novels, The Wind Through the Keyhole. I thought I had number 2 though, because I definitely grabbed number 2, so I'm not sure what happened, if I like put it back or dropped it or left it in the car. I'm not really sure what happened to it, so hopefully I can get that somewhere also. And then I also got Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Vinyl, because I wanted it really bad. And then we were at like the checkout area, and I was like waiting for my next turn in line, and I saw Circe by Madeline Miller, which I almost bought yesterday at a bookstore, and then I didn't. But I saw it, and I was like, it's only $8. That's awesome. But then I saw like this at the top and thought some of the pages were bent. But then like I opened it, and there was $11 just like shoved in here. So I quickly closed the book and bought the book. So I actually got this book for like -$3 because someone put money in it. So now I have this too, which I'm really excited to read since everybody's been talking about it forever. But like I literally almost bought this yesterday for like more than the price I would have gotten it at Books or Barnes and Noble. I would have gotten it at this indie store that everything's super expensive, which is fine because I want to support indie stores, but also it was like really pricey. So yeah. But that's all for this. Hopefully I can find number 2. I don't know what happened to it, so hopefully we can find it. Ah. Say hi. Oh my gosh. Yes. Is it on? It's off. Why? Hello. So my Billie Eilish record has like a flaw, and so it's not my favorite song on there. My Strange Addiction is not working because there's like a discoloration. I think something happened to it. So I'm gonna try and take that back and see if I can get one that isn't messed up. But we just went to Dave & Buster's and we met my brother and my father and his wife, and we played games. And here's Lucas. He thinks he's sneaky. He's not though. He's not sneaky. So I got a squishy duck. I don't know why it's a duck voice. I got a giant kazoo. Lucas got like a light LED. He's gonna try and plug it up. I got this little hedgehog that's also like a screen cleaner. Interesting. So there's that. And I got a thing of sour straws because I always get this when I go there. And I got Steven a giant box of Nerds, which he's already gotten to. So yeah. Set it up. Did you figure it out? Cool. Here's Lucas's light thing. I should have gotten this for my bookshelf because it would have looked awesome.
You want it?
No, it's okay.
Oh my god, it was right there.
Sophie, no. It's not even our car. That is our car, but we're not doing that. Nope. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're walking. That's not what we're doing. I know. Oh no. Oh no. Hello. So it is Sunday, also known as Father's Day. And my dog is trying to go to the vehicle, but she's not going to because we don't got time for that this morning. I don't know why I'm wearing my sunglasses on my head, but honestly, I kind of look hot, so JK, I'm insecure. So today what we're going to do is we are going to meet the father, brother, and Catherine for coffee this morning at Starbucks, and then later I'm going to get tacos with my dad. So, Father's Day causes a lot of emotions for me because it's complicated, and I'm complicated, and my life is complicated. This light is really doing it for me, though. So, I don't know how my mood is going to be today. Hopefully I'll get some reading done. I really want to finish Violent Cases today, but I'm not sure if it'll happen, so we'll find out. What are you doing?
Making memes.
Killing turtles. So, I'm still reading Violent Cases. And honestly, I kind of like it. It's very dark feeling, but there's nothing dark really happening. Does that make sense? It's like everything's from a child's perspective, but everything feels super dark. But I think it's primarily the art style. They did start talking about Al Capone for a minute and Prohibition, which was interesting. But it's got a weird kind of darkness to it, which I really like. And the TV is on, so there's sound in the background. I'm sorry. This is where my mood is right now. I'm laying in bed with my dog. Say hi, Sophie. And also a bag of chips. That's my lunch today. That's where my mood's at. And that's okay, because it'll pass. But I'm going to finish this. I'm determined. It's so short, and it's got to be the way to get through this reading slump. Just, it has to be. It has to be the key. So, here we go. After reading a little bit more in this, I'm starting to think that the character of Negan from The Walking Dead is modeled after Al Capone. Because there's just a lot of parallels. I know that's like this Neil Gaiman's version of Al Capone, but like I'm really feeling it. And now I just want to read books about Al Capone. So it's weird how books make you do that. They kind of lead you to other books. I don't know. But right now I'm seeing a lot of Neil Gaiman's way of like making a parallel between something like dark and something that shouldn't be. The reason I love him so much is because he has that way of doing stuff like that. He makes things that are dark sound much more interesting, or he makes things that should be innocent sound a lot more dark. But he doesn't do it in like a torture porn kind of way, which I appreciate. Because I hate that crap. I really, really hate that. I really enjoyed this book, like a lot. I like short graphic novels, to be honest, and like even though it took me forever, I feel better having finished something, because honestly, that's the best thing for me when I'm in a reading slump is just like finishing something. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I don't know if it's gonna be like a regular book or if it's gonna be a graphic novel or an audiobook or what, but I feel a little bit better now that I finished something. Okay, so I am gonna go meet my dad for tacos, but not yet. First, I'm going back to Mr. K's, which is the used bookstore that we frequent, and I'm actually going to return the vinyl I bought yesterday, because I bought the Billie Eilish vinyl, and it's yellow, which is awesome, but there's like a discoloration on it, and I was like, I don't really care about that, but then when I played it, My Strange Addiction was like messed up, like you couldn't even listen to that track. And then I think it might have been Bad Guy or one other one that's like around it, like also wouldn't work. And I know my record player is like really sensitive, so like if there's any issue, then it won't work. And I am planning on getting a new one, but I'm gonna take it back and try to get another one. If like they have a record player there and it works, in that case, I will probably just end up saving for a new record player because. I mean, the record itself is fine, and I have to get a new record player anyway because mine's janky. But everything else works. It's just like 2 tracks that don't like work, and so that definitely feels like a record problem, not my record player. I'm also gonna see if they have the second book in the Dark Tower series because I thought I bought it yesterday, and I guess I did not. I must have put it back down when I was carrying stuff around. I may have dropped it, or when I was comparing 2 of the books, I may have put it down or something. So they did have it, and I thought I grabbed it, but I don't know really what happened there. So we're gonna try and find it. I got my vinyl replaced. It made me so anxious because I just kept having to repeat like, yes, I was just here yesterday. No, I don't have a receipt. You give me the option not to take a receipt. You don't really have a good system, so I can't tell you the other things that were on my ticket. Blah. But one of the guys just came in and said, this is the one? And I said, yes. And then he just handed it to me. And I said, okay. And then I bought my other Stephen King book. And I looked again for a copy of Harry Potter, the first one, and the original hardback. And they still don't have it. I don't know how that happened. Like, they literally had 4 of them last weekend. And now they have 0. They just have the paperbacks. So that's annoying. So now I'm going home. I'm going to listen to this vinyl. And I'm so freaking excited about listening to this vinyl. But first, I have to figure out how to get on the interstate. Oh, this thing terrifies me, yeah, it do. Ooh. But I am going home. And I'm going to listen to this vinyl, and I'm going to read Carrie. So I did finally pick up a book that, wasn't a graphic novel. I picked up Carrie. And honestly, the edition that I have of Carrie by Stephen King has like this big font in it, and I adore it. I adore it so much because, like, I didn't really like the cover so much of it, and I was like, ugh. But I opened it, and I was like, that font, though, so big. So many perverted jokes could happen here. But I am reading it, and so far, it's fine. It's fine. I don't love it, but I'm not bored. I'm just reading it. I'm actually able to focus on it, so sometimes that happens. It's weird. I'm also reading the Girls of Storm and Shadow. Shadow and Storm? Storm and Shadow? By Natasha Nyan, the arc of the book. And it's interesting as it is. I just can't keep my attention on it right now. And I don't know why. So I'm reading this, and this one doesn't actually, like, I'm having the easiest time focusing on it, even though I'm not as into the story as I am with that, because I'm already, I've already read the first book. I'm already really attached to the world. So I'm trying to, like, actually, like, be able to stay focused on it and just get through another book, because if I keep reading, this is my theory, if I just keep reading, then my slump will go away, and I won't re-slump. It's fine.
Look at Cake.
Dab.
What do you think? Do that.
So, I am about to go read Carrie in the bathtub for a while. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to read at least page, like maybe 100 tonight. Yeah, we're going to try and go for 100 tonight. Hello, so it's Monday, which means the weekend is over, which means this vlog should be over also. So I read some of Carrie last night. I don't think I made it to page 100. I will say the book is moving pretty quickly, but I also say that I'm not really enjoying it very much. I'm probably going to finish it, because I would like to eventually read all of his books in publication order. I know the story because it's just something most people know, I think. But I don't like the overly descript way he writes about, like, menstruation. I also really, really hate the trope of the religious fanatic, which I know he does often in things, but it's something that just annoys me because, like, I feel like I only see religious fanatics in books and in movies a lot of the times. But anyway, this is the end of the vlog. I'm going to be trying to do more, like, weekend reading vlogs because I have a really hard time keeping up with vlogs during the week because weeks just run together. They get very busy. I get very overwhelmed during the week, so we're surviving. I definitely feel my mood sort of, I don't know, teetering on the edge of, like, dropping. I still have some moments that I'm like, well, I'm definitely still a little bit manic. I'm still a little bit up. But then I have moments where I'm, like, kind of teetering on going down. So I'm not really sure if I'm looking at a mixed episode or what's going on right now. And now it's time for a booktuber spotlight. I haven't done one of these in so freaking long. I haven't, and it's just such a shame that I haven't done one in so long. So it's nice to get back to doing this. I'm gonna try and start doing this again because I loved doing this. But today's booktuber spotlight goes to Kier Scrivener, formerly known as Min Kobayashi. Kier Scrivener reads a variety of books. She's very, very eloquent about speaking of things, and she's very loving and accepting and just such a beautiful, supportive friend. She was one of the first friends that I made on BookTube, and I'm still so thankful for her and her support. I'm very, very appreciative of it. She's one of the first people that gave me a shout out when I first started my channel. She's just very cool, and I got to meet her at BookCon, and it was one of the highlights of my time there, was meeting her. She's also pretty open about mental health and talking about it, so I always love more advocates in the community. She's obsessed with the Bell Jar, which I have yet to finish reading. I'm so terrible. I need to finish reading it because it's literally has bipolar representation. I just haven't read it. But she's absolutely amazing. She has really beautiful like discussions, and I love her. So there's that. And that's all for this video. Let me know below what you like to see in vlogs. Do you like to see like a lot of summary of books? Do you like to see a lot of living? Do you like to see a lot of like personal updates? What do you like to see in vlogs? Yeah, what do you like to see? Let me know. And if you would like more of this junk, subscribe below. Bye! Tripping over shadows and I'm drowning